So, my name's Lucie Johnston and I'm a Celebrant with the Humanist Society of Scotland. A lot of people ask me how a hand fasting works, so I thought I'd take a few minutes to demonstrate 3 different versions of a hand fasting so you can have a look and see if it might be right for you on the day. So I've got my 2 able assistants here, my colleagues Jane and Sarah, and I've got my other colleague Doug who's going to be a best man just now. So for this first one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask your best man to pass you into your right hand the 2 wedding bands. Perfect, thank you. If you'd like to face towards your bride, your right hand then will go on top of that one. Then your left hand goes underneath to support and your left hand on top to protect. This one's really straightforward. You can actually have a member of your family do this entire thing for you because you literally can't go wrong. So all you do is you can get 1 strip of fabric, you can use several strips if you want to. You might want to use tartan or cords, whatever has symbolism to you as a couple. All you do is you drape this across the top. I like to wrap it around once so that there's a bit more fabric visible. And all you're going to do is tie 3 knots underneath. 1 is going to be for Jane's love for Sarah. The next knot is for Sarah's love for Jane. And the 3rd knot is going to be for the love they share for everyone who's come to witness their wedding today. So the 3 knots stay tied in. This is how they're going to say their vows. So when they say their vows, they're making them on the wedding bands, which will be a symbol of their ceremony. When it comes to taking the hand fasting off, all you do is you slide your hands out. Sarah, don't drop the rings. And you'll see that the knots stay tied in the fabric, so there's no symbolic untying of the knot. So that's version number 1. Thank you. I can have my wedding band back now. I feel a bit naked without that one. Thank you. Now for the second version of this, thank you Doug, you're an excellent best man, I no longer have any need of you. So for this version, you guys are actually going to tie the knot yourselves. So, ooh. I know, steady.
Stereo.
So you're going to have your hands out, palm up in front of you, Sarah. And Jane, you're going to put yours also palm up on top of Sarah's. Palm up, please.
Oh, sorry.
Perfect. Now, I'm going to give you an end to hold. All you have to do is hang on to the end. So again, you can have people bring in these ribbons forward. I usually do this one myself just so that you don't end up holding on to 2 separate strands of fabric. And that goes into your hand, Jane, and into your hand on the other side, Jane. This is how, again, you say your vows. And when it comes to tying the knot on the wedding day, all I'm going to get you to do is to hold on to the ends that you've got and pull away from each other, and the knot will tie in the middle. So if you'd like to do that just now. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, yay! Yay! Look at me stepping out the way so I don't photobomb. This then forms like a soul tie or a kiss shape, which is again a nice symbol of the wedding. So that's the second one of tying the knot. Now, the 3rd way that I often do this is I'm going to get you guys to join just your right hands, but you're going to go for like a manly handshake. So you're going to join, yeah, that's it.
Kaylee dancing any minute.
Now, this one's quite nice because you've got your right hands bound, but your other hands are left free. So it shows that you are joined in marriage, but your left hands are also free to embrace the wider world. They're also free to exchange wedding rings, but we'll come to that in a second. So Jane, I'm going to pop that into your hand just there, if you'd like to hold on to that one. Just hold on to the actual ribbon. Perfect. A wee bit further up each other's arms would probably work better. Perfect, thank you. This wraps around twice, and that goes into your hand on this side, Sarah. Now, what you can do now is you can actually exchange your wedding rings whilst you're bound by the hand fasting. If you're left-handed, this works really well. If you're right-handed, it might be a little bit more awkward, but you want to have a wee practice, you can pretend to be putting rings on each other's left hands. So, perfect, and then you could put your ring onto Jane's hand. Fantastic. This one again, you tie the knot yourself. So all you're going to do is quite slowly and quite gently pull through the middle, holding onto your end, and the knot will form in the middle. So you have to make sure you get that end all the way through. Perfect. Now, if you've used 2 ribbons for this one, you can have that same photograph. So if you separate them out into 2, you still get that same sort of kiss or soul tie shape in the air. So that's 3 different versions of hand fasting. I tend to use all 3 of these because they work and they don't go wrong, and you don't end up with someone going, was this meant to tie a knot? They're all beautiful symbols of a marriage, and I hope one of them might be the right one for you. Thank you very much.